There we go. Hello everybody, and apologies for breaking into your day, but we do have some important news I'd like to bring to your attention. My name is Tim Newton from Tim Newton Today. So what is happening? Well, we've got 3 or 4 announcements that have come out of today's CCSA meeting. Now, all I can say is we're a little bit surprised that these things have come up, but here they are. Firstly, to do with visas. All the visas that are exempt, an extension for those, extension for visas on arrival, some information about the emergency decree in Thailand, and also the CCSA. Let's start with visas. Now, there is currently a visa exemption system whereby if you come from some 100 or so countries, you can arrive and just get a stamp into your passport that indicates that you're entering Thailand. It's a visa exemption process that usually is given for 30 days. That is now going to be extended to 45 days. So if you come from, for example, the UK or the US or Australia, or I think all European countries, you can now come and get your visa exemption for up to 45 days. Now, there's usually an opportunity to extend that. At the moment, there's no details on whether you can extend for another 45 days or whether the current extension of 30 days will apply. At the moment, if you arrive on a visa exemption for 30 days, you can go down to the immigration office and get that extended to for another 30 days, and that costs 1,900 baht. But all we know at the moment is that when you arrive, you'll get stamped in visa exempt for 45 days. Now, for those people on visa on arrival, countries like China, Nepal, Pakistan, I think even India, the visa on arrival, which used to be you'd pay when you get here, you get a visa put into your passport and it's for a term of 15 days. That has now been extended to 30 days. So big changes there. We didn't think it was going to happen today. So an extension of the visa exemption from 30 days to 45 days, and for the visa on arrival from 15 days to 30 days. Suddenly the traffic out here has become very busy, just as I was starting. I hope you can hear me okay. So now the other great news is in regards to the emergency decree. Now, we've had an emergency decree here since the 20th of April 2020. The emergency decree was introduced so that an organisation which was called the CCSA, basically the COVID task force here in Thailand, would be able to enact COVID legislation, extensions, restrictions, etc., without having to go to the Thai Parliament. So yes, look, I'll come back and I'll give you the dates for the visa exemption and the visa on arrival in just a moment. Just talking about the emergency decree, though, that's been extended all the way through until the end of this September. But today the government has announced that the emergency decree will finish on the 31st of September. Are there 31 days in September? I can't remember. Anyway, the end of September. So from the 1st of October, there will be no emergency decree in Thailand. And the other news is that the COVID task force, the CCSA, which has been basically running the whole COVID reaction here in Thailand, will be disbanded at the end of September as well. And from the start of October, there will be no more CCSA. The basic public health system and the Health Act in Thailand will cover COVID as it's downgraded to a sort of a disease of interest rather than a disease of emergency. So a downgrading of COVID-19 at the end of September, no CCSA after the end of September this year, and no more emergency decree. On a day-to-day basis, even though we're living at the moment under an emergency decree, there's nothing that you particularly notice. In fact, it may be suggested that having an emergency decree has made Thailand much more adept at being able to react to COVID-19 much faster without having to go through the process of Parliament. That's a political discussion for other people to decide, but my feeling is that the COVID task force, the CCSA, has pretty much served Thailand well over the past 2.5 years. Now, when do these new visas come into action? The visa exemption now extended from 30 days to 45 days, and the visa on arrival, which has been extended from 15 to 30 days, come into effect from the 1st of October. Okay, so if you're arriving tomorrow, you're still going to have to arrive under the current visa rules for a tourist visa. And it'll go from October the 1st till at least March the 31st next year. So those new visas, the visa exemption from 30 to 45 days and the visa on arrival from 15 to 30 days, that will start from October the 1st and go through till March the 31st. Of course, the government hopes that all this will make things better for tourism in Thailand. Now, I note, having driven around Phuket quite a lot the last couple of weeks, it is still very quiet here. There are a couple of streets down the front of Patong, the Tawiwan Road, the beach road, and then you've got Ratu Tit Road, the second road. They're reasonably busy, a lot of shops open. The main shopping centres though, Jung Silon and also Central, they're still closed. Now you get into the third road, which is the road that usually sort of runs back behind of Jung Silon. I would say that 90 to 95% of those shops are still closed. No sign of opening anytime soon. You get down to Kata Karon, particularly Kata, it is empty. And you've got 80 to 90% of the shops there still closed. So things are not good in Thailand when it comes to tourism. Yes, people are coming back and the tourism numbers are arriving, but hopefully these changes to the tourist visa from the 1st of October will encourage more people to come and maybe come for a little bit longer. So that's our very special announcement here at TNT. Tim Newton today, and hopefully that information brings you up to date in regards to the visa, the change in the tourist visa, visa exemption when you arrive, and there's an annoying fly here, and also the visa on arrival, as well as no more emergency decree and no more CCSA after the end of September. Thanks for joining us. We've got a live program on tomorrow morning, Saturday at 9 a.m. Hopefully you might be able to join us and we might find some more information about these changes and we'll bring that to you tomorrow. Thanks for joining us and we'll see you then. So where do I press now? I press this. Bye-bye.